All right, lads, welcome back to me podcast, Cheaper Than Therapy. Mick Thomas here. How are you? How you doing? Listen, thanks for coming on back, liking, subscribing, and sharing. I do appreciate it. Check me out on all the social medias, Mick Thomas Comedy. Not giving you my troll account for obvious reasons. And come see me live. Got a nice... Look, I'm doing a lot of shows this month. Right? I'm taking it easy. I'm burning it. I'm starting up a lot of new material. But I'm in the city a lot, but I'm not advertising those gigs really. April 17th, I do have an album recording, just a small segment for satellite radio. Here I go, satellite radio at Westside Comedy Club. Come on down and just get, it's only a 10-15 minute set. You're all welcome. A bunch of dads are doing material for Father's Day. Also, this Saturday, the 13th April, I am out at the Bay Street Theatre in Sag Harbor. I believe Billy Joel sang a lot of places about Sag Harbor. That's where I will be. And on April 20th, Long Island again, the Argyle Theatre in Babylon. So do come out and see me live. Check out the new material. It is going very, very well. I am happy and excited about it. Some of the stuff is a little bit up and down, but we'll get through. We'll work through it together. Right? I will say the things, you will laugh at the things, or you will not laugh at the things, and then I will realize I need to change the things. And that's how comedy works. That's it, in a nutshell. How you doing, everybody? You all good? Did you all survive? It's a Red Bull. This show is brought to you by Red Bull. No, it's not. Fuck them. They won't sponsor me. I'm drinking Red Bull, but I'm telling you to drink Monster. Did you all survive? I'm talking to the people on the East Coast of America right now. Did you all do okay with the earthquake? The earthquake that shook started in Jersey. Right? That was... Listen, if you don't want... And I got stuck in traffic on the way to Uncle Vinny's. By the way, thank you all who came out to Uncle Vinny's. My both shows, I had a fucking blast. I really did. Had a blast. But anyway, I digress. It took me 4.5 hours to get there based on... I'm assuming it was the earthquake. There was no craters, no bridges fell down. The sinkholes did not happen. I don't know why it took me 4.5 hours to get there, but it did. I think I had a theory last night because a lot of people were taking it to New York City. Their buildings were shut down because they didn't want to, so they were just sent home. So the rush hour traffic started at 2 o'clock already. So I think that's what happened. But you know what? I made it nevertheless. John. So yeah, and that was the earthquake. I was on Long Island when it happened. Bit of a shake. That's all it was. Nothing crazy. Nothing, scary really. A lot of people were nervous about it because they've never been in. I've been in an earthquake before. Nothing. Again, simple little things. It's not as bad as it was in Taiwan. Right? Taiwan had the biggest earthquake they've ever had in 25 years. It's not like a Haiti earthquake. Right? It's just a bit of shake and bake, boys. Right? You have to shake it before you bake it. Yeah, but it's weird, man, right? And again, 2 days before the eclipse, this happened. The eclipse is happening tonight. If you're listening to this on Monday, I'm now recording this on Sunday. It's now on Monday night, Monday afternoon, we do have the eclipse. This eclipse happens once every 400 years. But it is kind of interesting, right? It is kind of interesting. This is not to scare. I have a very funny story to get into at the end of this little rant, so do bear with me. But it is kind of not scary. I don't look at it as being scary, but all of these things that are happening right now have been mentioned in the Bible, in the book of Revelation, not the book of Job. He talks about how the eclipse will come and blacken out the sun. The red moon, it talks about that. Listen, we've had eclipse over the years, so you might just say that, Mick, well, that could be any one of them. But also in 1 Peter verse 7, I believe it is, he talks about earthquakes in various places. The earth will shake in various places. Now, who'd have thought Jersey would have been the one, right? It will be part of history. But it's just, it is interesting. It is interesting as we get, and then of course when you keep, now this is where you can read into stuff if you want to, right? I do not want to do the job at all of a psychic medium where they'll sit down and go, you lost someone in your life. Oh my God, how did you know I lost my dad? You lost your dad, didn't you? Yeah, you lost your dad. And his name is it Carl? Yeah, definitely a Carl. I'm definitely getting a Carl. He spells it with a C, right? A K. No, a K. I was going to say K was my next guess. It's coming through a little bit vague. Right, I don't want to be one of those guys. I don't want to be one of those psychic medium fraud people. But when you start reading stuff, you can start interpreting. If you're one of those people, those like-minded people who look like that. But you can talk about the eclipses mentioned in the Bible. The earthquakes are mentioned in the Bible. You talk about famine, war, all of the four horsemen of the apocalypse are all in the book of Revelation. Pestilence, right? We got wars coming up. We're on the verge of 3 separate wars right now that are going on. We look at what's going on in Israel, and also Passover happens this week. Passover, and if you read the Bible, talk about the red heifer, and a red heifer has been put forward in you can see it in Israel, in Jerusalem. There is, like, Google it yourself, right? The red heifer. And that was also predicted in the Bible. It's just weird, right? It may be a coincidence, but also the rapture could be coming. Is your house in order? Right? Have you repented? I don't know. I'm not here to judge anybody. It's your life, man. I can't be responsible for you. But what I will say is maybe a bit of a, hey, God, I'm sorry. Hey, Jesus, I've been on the wrong path lately. I'm sorry, right? And because that's all it takes to get right with the Lord, is to believe he rose from the dead, he died for our sins, and you repent of your sins, and that's it. There's no test. I read the Bible, I enjoy it, but when I get to the heaven, I read the Bible because it brings me closer to God, but when I get to heaven, he's not going to go, all right, pencils out, everybody. Who said you have not because you ask not? Who said? 30 seconds? It's not a test, right? It's not going to be a test. All right, do me a favor, quote the Sermon on the Mount. You're not going to get that. It's not that. It is hard to be a full-on Christian, Catholic, Catholics are Christians. Christians are not Catholics. Other way around. Catholics are Christians. Christian. Not all Christians are Catholics. It's not that, like, it's a hard journey because people turn, like, I even have family members now who are starting to kind of like, what's all the God shit lately? It's not, I don't care. That's fine. You can judge me. You can turn it off. I've lost friends. I've lost followers on social media because of my faith. And I'm okay with that. I really am okay with that. I've made the right choices. It's unfortunate that you've done that, but I'm not sorry that you've chose to turn. But it's interesting when you start to read the Bible. And again, you're not going to get a test when you get there. But I do find it fascinating that all these things are popping up. It's just kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting and fascinating to me. But so we have the eclipse coming up this week. The warnings are out there. Like, it's just so funny because if signs on the road use mass transit, like, are people going to be driving just on the fucking on Long Island or wherever you live and you're just looking up at the eclipse, burning your eyes? I've seen videos, man, of these scientists talking about the damage this will do to you when you stare at this eclipse for, like, not even as long as 6 seconds. It's going to burn the shit out of your eyes. Like, so people took like a year and a half to heal because it burns at the back. It will heal eventually. I mean, if you stare at it for the whole time, you're fucked. But don't do that. Don't be like, and again, it's weird that we have to warn people of these things. Don't look at the eclipse. All right, don't. It's just weird, man. Right? And like, businesses are shutting down early because people don't want to be on the roads. Either get there early, leave late. Like, it's almost like Bird Box, right? Remember that movie? Everyone's walking around blindfolded because if you looked at a certain thing, then a demon would appear, and it's like everyone's got glass. You got to get special glass. Here's the weird thing. This is where my kind of I don't know. Not that I don't trust the science. I'm not saying that at all. I just told you what the scientists said. I believe scientists, doctors, but don't looking at it. But you get your glasses. You get your special glasses for looking at this from 7-Eleven. Is that the savior of our eyes? Is that what we do now? Like, I thought if there was something that was going to wreck my eyes, you would go to an optician and you would get these special glasses. And I'm wearing glasses because, again, I got home last night about 1:30 and I was up at 7 to go to mass. So I look like shit. But I think I do. I think I will just adopt glasses for every single podcast from here on in. I do like it. But yeah, is that what we're doing now? Like, we're getting all our safety stuff from 7-Eleven. You go in, you get yourself a Red Bull or Monster, since Red Bull doesn't want to sponsor me, right? Get some beef jerky, a donut, right? And glasses that will save your eyes. Is that, like, I wouldn't even trust buying condoms from 7-Eleven. Like, if I walk into 7-Eleven, I see them, the boner pills with the girl hugging a rhino. I don't know what's going on there, by the way. Like, and that's the weird thing too about these boner pills at gas stations. They're very weird. Like, it's a girl in lingerie and she's like up against a rhino. Like, I don't get it. So if I take a pill, do I turn into a rhino? And then is this girl going to fuck the rhino? Does it make me hard as it? Like, I don't know what the point is. Are you making me as hard as the horn, which is just hair? It's just condensed hair on a rhino. That's not a bone. That's all it is. It's just twined knotty hair. That's what a rhino is. Like, I'm not. And then the other pills are just like women rolling their eyes back, screaming while the guy is on top of it. And again, the pill, it should be just for the man. Like, it's a man's pill, so it should be like, hey lads, take this pill, you're going to have a boner, and you're going to enjoy sex, and you're going to come. But the packet is like, hey, take this pill to make her happy. You can't win. You can't fucking win, right? Make her happy, please. Like I'm the one with, you know what I mean? It's just weird. There's no pill that a woman would take. You would never see that advertised for a woman to take a pill. Oh, take this pill, keep your man happy. That doesn't exist. It's all fucking, hey ladies, take your pill. You're gonna be fine. Right? But men, we have our commercials. Take a pill to make her happy. Take a pill to keep fucking her off your back. Take a pill so she's not talking to your friends about how you couldn't get it up or you only lasted 45 seconds. Right? There's no pill. Where's the women pills? They go, hey ladies, take a pill and you'll just shut the fuck up nagging for an hour. Does that pill exist? Here's the thing. You might go, oh, he's being hard on women again now. No, I'm not. But listen, something happened this week. I'm going to share it on my social media as I promote this video, and then I'm going to put the video because I downloaded it. I would love to be able to. One day I will. When I build a studio, I am going to put the video. It's going to come up here in the corner, and we're going to watch the video together. There's a video that happened this week on United Airlines. United Airlines again, which, as we know, are the one that are the box tickers. Right? The ones that go, we're going to have all females, we're going to have blacks, we're going to have Hispanics, wheelchair ones, we're going to have all the fucking pilots, man. You're going to love it. You're going to walk into this fucking place and you're going to go, yeah, we got them all for you. What do you want, a midget? Got a midget. He's over there in the cockpit, right? He's getting ready to go. He's got big long bricks on his shoes, ready to fucking, he can't see over the window, by the way, but still, we got midgets, we got women, we got trans, we're working on a dog. We're going to have a dog flying you next time, right? We're going to have all of that. We're United Airlines, right? Instead, like, that's their slogan now. Instead of going, we're going to scare the fuck out of you. Here's what happened on this week on United Airlines. I am going to post a video after this advertisement. When I advertise the podcast. Excuse me, I still haven't got over this COVID thing or whatever the fuck happened to me. But anyway, a female pilot gets onto United Airlines. You can Google it if you don't want to wait. You can Google it if you want, but I'm going to post a video. She's on the plane and she's in her street clothes. She's got a baseball hat on, a green hoodie on. Now, before I go any further, my friend Tom is a pilot for I don't want to say the airline because he might get in trouble. But Tom, he took some time off work of an injury and he grew a beard. I go, Tom, you look fucking great with the beard, man. He's like, I'm not allowed to have a beard because you have to be like fucking square jaw, right? Clean, press suit. That fucking, you got the wings on the arm and all that stuff. You had all of that stuff to make yourself a good pilot. This chick walks on her street clothes, baseball hat, jeans, and a hoodie on. And she had a meltdown. A meltdown before she took off. She's not in the cockpit, by the way, like, you know, oh, this is kind of big and we're going to get you a good flight. We're going to get you out of here in about, you know that voice that we've all heard. This was, she was standing in front of everybody just leaning against the thing on the fucking, on the walkie thingy, right? Now, before I go any further, I do want to say, oh, here he is. He's a chauvinistic guy again. Women can be pilots. 100% you can. Great. Go do it, ladies. Fill your boots. Fly those planes. Go after your dream. I've always wanted to be a pilot. I look up at the sky every day. The best we could ever do was be a stewardess. Snacks. You want some snacks? Right? That's the best you could do. Right? Put your tray up. Put your seat up. Right? You know, get the orders around. Like you. That's not what you wanted, and you wanted more, and you became You became pilots now. That's awesome. Do that. Do that. Don't be a pilot that's just accepted because you got a pair of tits and a vagina. That doesn't qualify you to be a pilot. But according to United Airlines, it does. And again, I'm not going to talk about tits. I have tits or tits. They're random unless they're spectacular. But anyways, so my point is that, like, get back to the story. I'm digressing. I'm all over the place today, and I don't have that much time left. So this woman, she's up there, and she goes, don't worry, I'm only the co-pilot. The other pilot is a man, so don't worry. These are things she said, right? And then she started to go, oh, am I making you uncomfortable? Yeah, you are. This is a crazy moment right now. This is a fucking insane moment right now. And then she goes, all right, raise the hands. Who would feel more comfortable if I was dressed in a pilot's outfit rather than my street clothes? And people are like, I'm uncomfortable right now. I'm uncomfortable with everything you're saying right now. And then she started going on about politics. She started complaining about her political candidates, right? And then she looks down at a customer. She goes, oh, am I making you uncomfortable right now? If you guys are uncomfortable, you can just get off the plane. The plane hasn't left yet. 25 people, I believe, maybe 20 people, 25 people got up and walked off the plane. And she's like, oh, you're going to just leave the plane now because you don't feel comfortable with a woman on board? No, I don't. I don't feel comfortable because you're a fucking psychopath. But again, United, this is what you got. This is the type of bitch that's going to key your car. Do you understand? You know that bitter woman? And again, men, we're not the best. We have our own psychopaths too. We're stalkers. We're more stalkery than what they are, right? But you know, our vengeance is our vengeance really with a man, the average man who gets broken or gets his heart broken, just goes, I'm just going to go to the fucking gym and get over this shit. I'm going to get over this heartbreak by lifting weights, going out with my friends, writing that novel I want. Women will fucking show up and key your car and burn your fucking clothes on the lawn of your new apartment. You know what I mean? And that's what this bitch, man, she's a fucking psychopath just to go out there and just say those things. Again, the video's there. Watch it yourself. Just up there in the sky, just fucking like, man. Like, and United hired her. United sat down and went, yeah, like I thought there was psychology. I thought there was a psychiatric evaluation before he got into a plane. This bird is batshit fucking crazy. Like, you know the ones that just turn. I argue them every day. I argue every day with these people on my troll accounts on Facebook and whatever. I argue with them and they're unstable. It's an unstable person. And you want to put her up behind the fucking wheel or the handlebars or wherever the fuck you steer a plane with. And you want to put her up there. She's the co-pilot for now, but eventually she's going to graduate to be a real pilot. Not that co-pilots are not real pilots, you know what I mean. This is what we have. United Airlines. I would never, ever fly with United. I will not fly with United. I will not. I had their back that time when they murdered the dog. That time because I knew it was a misunderstanding and I had a theory about the misunderstanding and it turned out I was right. I forgave him for the killing the dog. Google that story. I'm not being a monster, by the way, supporting the killing of dogs. You'll see what I mean when you Google it. I was like, all right, United Airlines, I'm on your side. I'll come back. I realized what happened there. And then I made a joke, and I made it before Rob Schneider made it. And I wasn't doing that well in clubs. I put it on Twitter when I had a Twitter account. I do have a new one now. When I had a few thousand followers in that one, now it's got a fucking, like, I don't know, eight followers or something, whatever. And I did the joke about, because when United Airlines made that statement, oh, we're going to have 50% of our things of our pilots are going to be women and people of color, and I just wrote, oh, great, because then when we crash into a mountain, people are going to know I was woke. And they banned me, they blocked me, and they gave me a hard time when I was flying out to LA. They gave me, because you're on a system now that if your social media and your text, your phone number goes to your email is linked to your ticket. So I got pulled aside and I had to have this conversation and I had to explain to him the fact that I told him I was a comedian on the way to Los Angeles to tell jokes at the Improv. They probably wouldn't have let me on. They thought I was just some fucking angry male. But I was able to explain myself, bring up and saying, hey, look, I'm a comedian here. They let it go. They called management and that kind of shit. So that was the kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. But now there's no coming back to this, United. Unless you come forward and go, Very sorry, we're going to fire. This is what I want you to do, United. Now I want you to go on and go, we're going to fire 50% of our females and people of color now. That's what I want you to do. That's how you're going to get me back. Mick, that's sexist. That's racist. I'd rather be... Here's what I would rather be. Let me ask you a question. Put your answers in the comments. And I'll leave you with this. I'll leave you with this question. Would you rather be a live racist and chauvinistic person? Sexist. Would you rather be a live racist and sexist? Or a dead... What's the word? I don't want to say liberal because I don't want to say lefty. Well, would it be woke? Yeah, I guess woke. So there's your question. There's your question. Because I explained liberal. I am liberal in a way about certain things, and I think left versus right is the best way to do. So let me ask this question. Would you rather be a live racist and sexist or a dead woke person? Because you died based on your wokeness. Not like as in, I got cancer, and he's like, oh, Annie was woke. That's so sad. You know what I mean? I lose everything from chemo, and I'm just, people can't, I'm now down to, 42 pounds. When I'm on the bed, the nurse she just turns me over by herself. She used to get help when I first went into the hospital, but now she could do it by herself and just get underneath and tip me over, right? I'm not talking about that kind of death. I'm talking about because we crashed into a fucking mountain. But I'm like, oh, well, this is great. Example, like the woman who went to Haiti. Did I tell you that story? I'll tell you quick. She kind of said she blamed Haiti for all white people. And she was like, you shouldn't call them all rapists. And then she went to Haiti. Google this, fact check me. She went to Haiti to show her support and then got raped by a couple of times by a bunch of people, and then still blamed white people. And she said she was so glad the experience happened to her. So now she gets to understand what these people go through. I don't want to be that. You don't want to be that level of woke, and that's what's going to happen if you fly United Airlines. Again, question to you: dead racist and sexist, or would you rather be the other way around, a live racist and sexist, or would you rather be a dead woke person? I'll tell you, I'd rather be a live racist. That's my answer. Put your answers in the comment section. We'd love to hear from you. Anyway, I have to go. I have to go now. My time is up. I have things to do. I'm so exhausted. I'm going to lie down, put my feet on the couch, and I'm going to eat chocolate for the first time since Lent. Lent is a week over, and now he's going after it. Anyway, thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing, and coming on back. I do appreciate all the support. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs down if you like it. If you dislike it, throw some comments in there. Share it. Let's get the podcast moving. All right. Anyway, thanks again. And as always, wash your hands, you dirty fuckers. Good luck to you. Good luck to you.